300 yards rushing, and McCord had 400 yards passing. Wild.
Syracuse won the toss, deferred to getting the football in the second half. So we will get a look right from the get-go at a team that they have two outstanding wide receivers, and they're going to come out throwing the football right from the start. Defended well. Catches made for a short gain, and coming up just short. So now on a 3rd down and 4. Catches made, and that is good enough for a first down. And who else but Lewis Bond, his 81st. I mean, he started the season on fire, did Lonergan. Through 9 touchdowns, as there's a first down pickup once more by Richard. Nice drive to begin this game, and dropped for a loss is Richard. Very early on last season, led the team to a bowl game. Nearly breaking that one for a big one was Turbo Richard, and he has been very busy. Yeah, that was one of the most deflating losses in Syracuse football history. Completion goes to...
The only positive you can really take from that.
Well, they almost got that.
There.
Yeah, and it's going to be running into the kicker. I mean to tell you, Jack Stonehouse took a big-time shot right there.
It looked like Bo McCormick.
Checks into the backfield for the first time on this 3rd and 6. Good protection, and this guy can run, and he's able to just flip it out there. And the catch is made by Bond, and that'll be enough for a first down, close to the 20-yard line. Of course, many years he was both the head coach and the general manager of the Houston Texans. And this time, Umo Pariola able to drag down the quarterback.
By Chris Pill, but Reed knows he has to get that football. That right there for him is a alley-oop.
Luca Lombardo bangs it through. He is one of only 3 kickers perfect this year. Yeah, you played in Green Bay in the NFL long enough. You definitely should know better. Davion Kerr going to bring it out. And excellent special teams kickoff coverage.
West with the NXT takes.
Yeah, I mean, that's big time right there. Ooh, big hit. And I tell you what, and they're going to keep Villari in there from time to time. He was a high school quarterback. And a big gainer here. Will Nixon crossing midfield. He's in a starring role today in the orange backfield. Yasin Willis is out in concussion protocol.
Again, similar play. This time the receiver came across and they pulled the tight end, and again
and he has just had a great career. He's going to keep it himself. And look at that bulldozer. Will Nixon back into the backfield, and Villari says, hey, you put me back here, man. You're putting me back here for a reason. That's to run the football. And he has a first down inside the 35-yard line.
I love this. Coach Jeff Nixon.
Ernie Davis. And they just unveiled, in fact, on this 3rd down run. And that's not going anywhere. Woody. And that one is hammered. He's had a good year for Syracuse. Really good year. That's a different look, isn't it? And they're going to hand it off to Kerr. He has a twin brother, of course, that plays on the defensive side of the football.
Really good football teams. You think of the excellent basketball teams like Syracuse that does an awesome job overall, has historically for sports.
Velarde powers his way to a first down. Will Nixon in the backfield. Good running room. And that'll be a gain of close to 9. About a yard short of another first down. Going to get it again, and he will pick up the first down to the Boston College 45-yard line. They're going to pitch it once more to Nixon. And he's able to lunge forward for a couple of yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Will play for an ACC championship. there'll be another first down run out of the shotgun by the tight end turned quarterback, Dan Villari. It's reshuffled offensive line. That's an easy throw and catch, and able to spin his way is Jonte Cook. Velarde checks back in at quarterback, and he's going to run it. And an excellent run to the 15-yard line. Ending game, and this is his final game, and now they're going to throw it to him. And he'll be denied first down yardage. I think they stood him up right at the 10. So, unless Fran Brown's going to go for it, and he's not. Told you he's only missed twice in 13 attempts, and that still holds true. And that boot after a rock-solid drive.
As you mentioned, they have been just competing for this team.
Throw right on the money and caught by Louis Bond, the Chicago native, for a first down. Well, his last three. Throw over the middle, and the catch is made by Reed Harris. Very short gain. Did they say 77? Has been on the sideline ever since, but not come back into the game. Set up a screen the other way to Richard, and that is played perfectly. He wears number 85. He's in the slot, bottom of your screen. And instead, they're able to convert on the connection to Harris. He's inside the 20, close to the 15, and a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, here's the Kim here, and you can see Grayson James reading. They run a dagger concept, a dig route, which is a 10-yard in.
Turbo Richard gets inside the 15-yard line. Clock continuing to run. 1:07 until halftime. But also PATs. And right down the middle, he's 2 for 2 today. 16 of 16 on the year. And quite honestly, I am too. Oh, wait a minute. You never know what you're going to get. Thought they'd catch him napping. A couple nice plays, in fact, here today. Loss of 5, so a second down and 15. And that's up to the 23. They had a big gainer on a catch, and not going to do it here. Just a little wide receiver screen and nothing there. So 3 and out to begin the second half.
Yeah, as you mentioned, right, they have not really tested Boston College down the field in the air. Crew
really is. We've really enjoyed it. And of course, we're together each and every week. And there's one down the field. The catch made by Bond. Cuts it back to the inside, back to the outside. And he's all the way inside the 25-yard line.
Mr. Bond just comes across the middle, runs a nice over route, and finds the area. That's a
54-yard completion, and on first down, James going to keep it himself.
2nd and 1, manageable second down.
And breaking it into the end zone untouched is Turbo Richard. So the first touchdown for either team today comes on the first offensive possession of this second half for the Boston College Eagles. This second half hit a 54-yard completion, get a 9-yard run, capped off by a 20-yard touchdown scamper from Richard.
Yeah, great patience right there by Turbo.
All right, so second possession of this second half. And another solid run. Turned in by the quarterback, Velarde. Oh, the ball is on the ground, and who got it? It looked like Velarde was going to get it initially. And it looks like T.R. Mack, left tackle, was able to go get it.
I feel like
Billy, head engineer in charge, and our director Lonnie Dale, our producer Scott Snyder, our entire crew, we thank, out in the field, back in the truck. And there is Bond again. He had a 54-yarder a minute ago. And another big reception here to the 21-yard line. you could be in a load of trouble. James is wrapped up, got the ball away, juggled and nearly intercepted. Is that a live ball? I don't think so. We'll see where that ball was thrown just to make sure, because they'll be looking at it back in Charlotte. Oh, yeah, it's forward pass. Or is it?
It was a forward pass that went backwards.
Yeah. Second down and 17. Easy completion there, but not much yardage. Darian Williams on the catch. And his team, if they win tonight, they're going to play for the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship, which Virginia has never won. They've never won an outright. Now, they've shared it, but they've never won an outright ACC title. In fact, the last time they even shared one was 30 years ago. So I'm going with Tony Elliott.
Yeah, I'm not mad if Tony got it. I think he deserves it as well. I just like the fact that
she's a Syracuse. I don't know if Nancy Pelosi, being from California, is a Syracuse fan.
All right, so Boston College on this drive.
There's a handoff, and trying to turn the corner is Turbo Richard, and unable to do so. I think he was able to get that first down. What do you think?
To try to split hairs, so to speak.
Yep. Towards a corner. What a throw and what a catch by Jeremiah Franklin, the tight end. That was a beautifully thrown ball by Grayson James.
Yeah, Grayson is just very comfortable right now. This offensive line has been protected.
Lost out to Tommy Castellanos before taking over as a starter. This time it'll be Jordan McDonald, and he's down close to the 1 yard line.
You're coming to this season competition, right? You get, quarterback, sign, Shaker Reisig, and you bring in Lonergan, another competition, which he loses that battle, but never complains. And just when his name is called, he comes in and delivers for this team.
And able to muscle his way into the end zone is Jordan McDonald, and that is a 2-score lead now for the Eagles. He's in on a high note.
Yeah, this is Jordan McDonald right here, just downhill.
That had touchdown written all over it. Velarde going to throw. This is a nice route right here. That's a really nice design play right there. Nixon. He had 83 yards passing in a loss against Notre Dame. Able to avoid the sack and then caught from behind. It is a sack. Omar Thornton able to track him down. And again, Syracuse, the great Doug Flutie.
Yeah, Matt Ryan was just unbelievable. I knew the day he stepped on campus, this guy was going to be a first-round pick.
And what a career, of course, in the NFL with the Atlanta Falcons. And off to the races down the sideline is Turbo Richard, and that is a touchdown. Boston College has just exploded here in the second half.
Quarterback stat, you look at Kevin Jennings, SMU has been on fire. He's had 3 consecutive 300-yard games, and he's top 15 in several major passing categories. So I got to go with Kevin Jennings, man. He's finished stronger. Georgia Tech has just faltered down the stretch.
What's his last game? He's the all-time career receptions leader. He set a single-season record this year. 7 more today. You could have made a strong argument for him to be our player of the game. They're going to throw it. And it's going to depend on the spot here. The catch is made by McDonald. He needs to get to 180 yards. And that's the first time we've called the name Kayla Chajinski today. He's inside the 20 and still on his feet. Tackled at the 18-yard line. Well, what a big future he has. Of course, his dad is the offensive analyst for BC.
Yeah, to high school and came here to Boston College.
And another touchdown on the ground. This one by Jordan McDonald. That is his second rushing touchdown. McDonald now a couple of touchdowns. That one from 14 yards out. He starts him out 3-1 on the year before tearing his Achilles tendon in a win at Clemson. And they've not won a game since he got hurt. Velarde going to run it. And able to pick up a first down up to the 40-yard line. Of course, he'll be back for another year.
To properly evaluate and develop the bottom of the depth chart, right?
Yep.
The backups, like the guys who can come in and not just fill a void, but continue to make plays for them. And I think Coach, yards rushing, and then you give up these two long runs to a quarterback.
Slant and the tackle inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal.
The one constant for you, all those receptions, just a hard worker, being available.
Velarde trying to get into the end zone. What a tackle. I think that was Omar Thornton again who came up and was able to get down low. He'll have a choice to hand it off or to run it himself. He'll take it himself. And he will get into the end zone, a touchdown. That's a good thing. His final game and all that he has meant to this program. Congratulations, Dan Velarde. He has had just an excellent. Going to throw it. And incomplete. With an eye on Velarde. Capped off by an outstanding senior season. And he ought to feel.
On purchases, terms apply.
Well, they've had a 170-yard receiver. They've had a 100-plus yard rusher. They've had 2 running backs in the game. Media in different places. Wes with his radio show daily has that as a stop on 4th down. And you and the stuff you've done with the NFL Network and so forth, and done games as well. But you guys are real credit how hard. And it's a pleasure and an honor to work with guys that care like you guys care.
Yeah, and it's been cool and awesome to work with Wes, just compete.
For 14, 15 weekends in a row. It can get a little lonely out there on the road. That's for sure, even when you have your friends. Yeah, he's a big league operator.
Hey, man, I try my best, but yeah, I'm with you. I did see Lonnie with that scarf on today, and I said, yeah, man, it is showtime today, let me tell you.
Or Alabama were to lose their game tonight, then all of a sudden Lane Kiffin's team could be playing in the SEC championship game next week.
Ready to get to work. I can imagine both of them attacking the portal aggressively to try to really rework this team. Boston College is still going to be, using high school recruits as their deal in the pipeline and the foundation of their program. But you do have to tap in. A lot of programs we spoke to